See, if you got to choose between one, guitar, pedal board, amp, where are you going to sink the most money? Mm-hmm. Where do you put the most value? If you've got $1,000, are you dropping 500 on one of those? Mm-hmm. Are you going cheap guitar, expensive pedals, nicer amp, cheap guitar, cheap amp, nice guitar?
Are we ranking them? Like, I'd spend the most here, the least here.
Yeah, like what do you think? Even like practically, what would you really put together? Like, let me say this. Yeah. I instantly, my mind goes to, don't chintz out on the guitar. It's what your hands touch. If you feel encumbered by the guitar, you can't get past that. If you hate a guitar, you hate it. A pedal can have one good setting, and it goes on and off. So if you got a pedal that's not amazing, but it has a purpose that you can find for it, even if that's the gain real low, that could work. You know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe the pedals aren't going to be the most but to me, instantly my mind goes to, I want to put the most towards the guitar. But I also would say this: you could put Goldie or the 67 or Trini, the 67 Trini Lopez. If you put that through a little Fender Frontman 12,
you'll ruin it.
You'll ruin it.
That's
What's
not
the
going to
point?
sound good.
I was going to say counter argument. Don't chintz out on the amp because that's the last thing before it hits your ears.
It makes your sound.
Yeah,
right. It is the sound.
That's what you're hearing is the waveforms coming out.
I would go. This won't surprise either of you. I would go budget on guitar, but like a Harley Benton or something that's like good value for the money. And then
would pedals be last? Like that's the least priority in terms of.
Yeah, are we going like tube amp, or are we just going like separate amp, or are we going like
whatever you want? You can go digital or you can go amp.
Yeah, I mean,
I hear what you're saying. Go Harley Benton. Go.
Yeah,
go
I'm just saying.
Squire. Like I have that pink Squire up there.
Yeah.
And to me, I go like, hey, if for the money, that might be one of the better guitars you can buy. And if I could get that used, I might be in the sub 400 range, or right about $400. And
just for the guitar,
I'd go, this is awesome for 400.
Yeah.
My initial reaction is spend the most on the amp. So that sounds good. And then the guitar would be next, and then the pedals would be like the last consideration. Yeah. I only say that because I've played really, really cheap guitars that have wowed me.
Like the $40 Strat. Yeah, right.
And I don't know what we're calling budget, but like some of your Harley Bentons are.
Yeah, those are budget.
Those are definitely budget.
Super nice for $300 or whatever.
They don't make much cheaper.
No.
Like there's not much made that's cheaper.
I was thinking like the Epiphones that we bought. I like that Firebird quite a bit. And it was $500-600 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean $600. I feel like is.
So let's do this. Let's say we have $1,000 or even $1,200. We'll let it go to there.
I was gonna say $1,000 doesn't get you much of an entire rig.
Well, I know
we've been asked to
but
do
this is the challenge. Is like this is where
it's a guitar and an HX. How much is an HX stomp?
Okay, check this out. There's a lot of guys though. There's a lot of people who are 18, 19, 20. Maybe they're working at a Guitar Center. They're barely making enough money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And once they pay their cell phone bill, which their parents are making them pay,
right,
they hopefully keep air in their tires and there's enough gas for them to get around. They're really working so that they can blow $60 on a date Saturday night. You know what I mean? Like that's it. Like that's So that guy isn't going to spend more than even if he's really into it.
Right.
He's probably not going to be able to scrape together more than $1,000 to put.
If I have $1,000 to put a rig together, I'm getting a Harley Benton guitar and an HX stomp. That's $1,000.
And that's almost everything.
That's $1,000. And then I'll use the rest for gas money or a bottle of whiskey,
so that you can actually enjoy all those other things.
so that you can play.
This is slowly becoming a whiskey channel, and I'm not mad at it. So
you can numb your pain. What would you do?
Oh, $1,000. Am I just playing at home, or am I also like wanting to gig with this, like or play at church or something?
You are going to buy your rig, and maybe someone asks you to play, and there you go. Like maybe you're gonna.
My first thought was like not go digital at all. Just get like. I mean, if I could take the $40 Strat, I would, but that's sort of like an anomaly. Yeah, but I might get a Squire, like $150, like, and get,
if you went to enough pawn shops, you could find a Squire that's passable.
Because I want to save most of my money for like, I would get like a nicer amp, like maybe an AC-15 or like, it's hand wired something.
Yeah.
$700, maybe $800 used or something.
Yeah.
I could go cheaper on the amp and then get like a a drive pedal and delay pedal and probably be happy. But yeah, I mean, I think the Stomp is so hard to beat when you're talking about starting with no rig. You could have almost everything
Right.
for $500. Like it's hard to not go that direction.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've played cheap amps that I just make me want to stop playing.
Totally.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's like there's a threshold or like a entry
Right.
that you got to get in above a certain point, and I just don't want to play some of those $100, $200 amps.
Yeah. Like I love that little Black Star practice amp, but I wouldn't want that to be my only amp.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you're saying, like
If you're building your rig,
am I building a
that's
rig?
my rig?
So if I was doing the whole rig, I'd go Boss Katana. So like I'd be putting the amps and effects together in one.
Yeah.
That would, and there's some Katana
that's like a combo, like a 112 combo.
yeah, and they'll have and you can
It's like
send it direct or you can do whatever.
They
Yeah,
actually sound pretty good.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do. They have all sorts of different.
How much are
models
those?
and stuff? So while I'm
should
saying this, I'll look up like some Boss Katanas on.
Do they
But I'll
also
tell you. I'll
make-
tell you exactly which model I'd get to because I have the model in my head, but I don't know what it's called. But guitar wise, I agree with you. I'd either go get something used that's like a Fender or, maybe something like a Harley Benton. But I try to find it used. You know what I mean? It would be something used. So and I meant like a aSquire. Yeah, I do something like that. If it could be a Telly or Strat style thing, I'd probably go for a cheaper Telly type thing. But Harley Benton would be there, and then I'd go, and I'd try to do that for about $500 or $600, so that I could get
You're saying the guitar is $500 or $600?
the guitar.
Okay.
They don't make a $600 double neck.
They do.
I
Somewhere.
don't believe they do.
We just haven't mentioned the double neck in a while.
And then
We just went like an hour without talking about it.
had to work it in.
is it this?
When you said
50?
that guitar was heavy, I was almost like double neck heavy. But
You should have.
yeah, that would
Beat
have
me
been
to
way
the
sooner.
punch.
Yeah,
This is really heavy and so like long.
it's incredibly. It's like a bass.
I really like it though.
Do they make the katana for desktop?
Yeah, they have a Katana Air.
Like it's like
It's a wireless.
That's
it's
what
like
I'm
that.
thinking of. Okay.
So that's the Katana Air, but I would do this. I think it's the 50, the Katana 50.
Okay.
Oh no, here's the Katana 100 with foot switch. I would do this. It has a foot switch. You dial in your sounds and you save it. It's almost like the old school flex tone.
Yeah.
You dial in your sounds and then you save it and it remembers all the
On the
settings.
foot
Yeah.
pedal.
Yeah, and you can save that bank, and then it remembers where the knob is here and there,
Yep.
and then when you go to turn it, it activates again.
Yep.
It's like you're not
Does that say 275?
275
Wow,
with the thing, and it'll sound they sound not bad.
that is crazy.
Yeah, so then I would spend
I'm
all
just
the
out of
rest.
touch with all this.
Yeah.
This gear, the Boss amp gear.
So then I'd
Yeah.
get that or a 50. Dude, here's a 50 for 160. This doesn't have a foot switch though. I would want the foot switch so I could play live if I
Yeah.
had to. And they've got some other models
That
and
has
stuff,
direct
too.
out too, huh?
The
Doesn't
Air
it?
does. I'm not sure about some of these other models.
Oh.
But I'd mic it if I had to. You know what I mean? And I could get a good tone. I could get to me, then I would put the rest towards my guitar. You know what I
So
mean?
you're going heavier on the guitar. I'm going heavier on the amp.
Uh-huh.
You're going heavier on the amp. Is that what you said, John?
I feel like I split it evenly.
One
You know?
third, one third, one third.
No, all I said was Harley Benton and
Oh,
HX
no
Stomp.
pedals.
No pedal.
That's respectable.
You know, it's like
Just
I
jam
thought
out.
about, like,
if
I
you've
thought-
got like a patch that's got some reverb and delay on it, a patch that's a little drier with more gain.
I mean, the other way.
Oh,
I
you
could-
went stomp.
yeah, the HX
Oh,
Stomp.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, the other way I could go is like.
I feel like that gives you the most options. Like,
But it
is it-
requires other gear to like hear it though. Like you need monitors or you need some sort of like
yeah, but everyone has like
headphones.
everyone
I
has
guess?
like speakers you can plug in, like computer speakers. It's not the best,
I
but
feel like that's cheating a little bit. Like your rig includes something you already own. That's fine.
huh?
Like you got to hear the thing, right?
Yeah.
Would you play only through headphones if that was your only way of
No, like you asked me this before when I had
Yeah.
a Kemper.
playing? Yeah.
You're like, how are you listening to it?
Right.
And I said, my computer speakers.
Yeah, monitors.
They sound fine. No, not studio monitors. Computer speakers.
Suze can't
Like the
understand.
same speak. Like the same speakers that you listen to music through.
He's like, what are you saying?
What are you talking about?
Like Logitech computer speakers.
Oh, like the little
Yes.
like hardwired. in,
Yeah,
the
they're
whole
like
thing.
$35. They sound great, dude.
Do they sound great?
Yes, they sound great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them have like a subwoofer to them also. Like
Altec Lansing
exactly. Well, yeah, like something like that.
College.
Totally.
I
Wait,
love
why'd
it.
you say Altec Lansing?
Because I had that 20 years ago in college.
Do you
Sat
know-
on the desk.
Do you know that
Yeah.
that they made guitar speakers back in the day?
Altec Lansing did?
Yeah.
No. That was the only thing I was aware they made was what I had.
Me too.
And it had a little subwoofer that was like the
Yeah.
little wire ran down.
Yeah.
I've had like so many different variations of these like 2 speakers and a subwoofer.
The reason why I'm so
Yes.
confused is I haven't used that system for 15 years.
Yeah.
Like it's only been
They sound fine.
yeah.
Yeah, they sound fine.
Yeah.
And they're $30. They're not $700 like studio
That
monitors.
is quite a
So
bit
if I could also, there's a couple amps that like in my experience are.
Is that a crate?
Yeah, it's a Crate Palomino.
That's the one with the
Mm.
V16.
3 speakers?
No, that
Oh.
is you're thinking of the Club 50.
The Club 50.
But
That was my first
which I couldn't.
big boy amp.
I would get a Club 50. If,
Those are rad.
if it were more affordable because they are rad.
Yeah.
But,
they're probably rare and like expensive.
Oh, this one's not functioning for $149. I don't think
good
that
deal.
counts.
I'll fix
But
it.
those are
can't play
cheap
it.
enough. Like one of those might be cheap enough that like if I could do $300 for that amp,
Mm-hmm.
and then I could get like some sort of multi effects unit, maybe I'd go that way, where it'd be tube amp, like a Crate Palomino, and then like some sort of
You got the
multi
Pod
effects.
Express. You got some. Just turn the amp off. And
Yeah.
You got delay, reverb, overdrive.
Because that's the one about your, Squire, because your rig was like Squire, like a small tube amp.
Depends
and then,
on what I could get the amp for.
And
yeah.
then like a delay and an overdrive pedal.
even just a delay would probably be fun.
But see, that's the thing. Like that, to me, that's not enough. That's not enough of a whole rig.
Yeah.
Do you know what we should do?
You're like Mr. I want all the options.
$1,000 bucks.
I should buy a Boss
Why
Katana.
not? But like
that-
you,
I should buy that.
Sorry,
that-
we're fighting
yeah.
over here.
I should buy that Boss Katana 50.
Yeah.
We should bring out. You should bring over Harley Benton. I got the Squire and this Harley Benton Les Paul, and we should like do a video and just say like, are these tones as good as you hear that we sell?
Are you talking about like a battle of the bands? Like we all record a song with our
No,
gear?
I'm not talking about that.
Can you be talking about that? That sounds so fun. We all have to beat each other with our rigs.
oh my gosh, that would be so great.
You know what I mean? Like we.
Who could we get to judge it?
Jared.
Jared could
He would be, like, he would be equal to all of us. Ready?
What is the challenge here?
So we all have to actually get these rigs under $1,000, record a clip of them, and try to win out the.
I say we just prepare it and then play it live.
Oh, we do it in the room.
We do it in the room. We play
Heck
it live.
yes.
Jared says, okay.
What's the most pleasing?
Takes notes,
Yes.
and then at the end
He's
says,
like, okay, go
this
back
person's-
between 1 and 2 again.
this person's the winner.
Okay, my plan.
We're like
I think,
auditioning.
My plan, I think, total costs about $250. Your plan costs like $3,000.
What plan?
If we all get the real rigs and do it.
Well, we have an HX Stomp.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would just play my Squire.
We have like a... Do we have a...
pickups?
We don't have an AC-15.
No.
I could borrow one from the shop.
Did you sell that Match Mini? Did you sell that?
Yeah, it just sold. Yeah.
That's cheap, right?
No.
700,
No.
1,000.
No.
Well, shoot. It's never gonna work.
That's-
It
See,
says
this is-
matchless on it.
This is... I know.
the other one, the JH20 was what I was thinking. That's cheap.
That is about $600 new. It's a head.
That-
It's just a head though.
Dude, this
It's
is
just
what
a
I'm
head.
saying.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
tube amps are expensive. Like
That's the thing.
a tube amp that sounds really good is not.
Well, he's at 300 for his amps, and they're not tube amps. though.
Well, the Katana. That was the modeling amp.
Yeah.
That Crate Palomino, I could maybe find one for about $300, but I'd still need effects. I was trying to get the cheapest tube amp that I could really
That's
get
the
going
question.
here.
What's the cheapest amp you would
Like
really
you said,
want to play?
AC
So there's a-
15.
There's a
That's
couple.
Yeah.
AC and AC 10
like
is
that
like
one at Musicville. What is that? Like that little black AC.
That's an AC10.
that's an AC 10.
Oh, it is?
And I really
Dude,
hate
I think
it.
it's still
really don't.
400 something new.
I know, and I don't
Oh,
like it.
man.
It doesn't
Yeah.
sound that great. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say it.
That amp really hangs you up because then it does make you want to go like stomp.
Because even you know what I was noticing, like you have that Mesa Boogie Mark 7 like combo amp. We plugged it in,
That
This-
costs $4,000.
I know. And like the speaker in that thing, it's
Yeah.
just like a tube amp pushing one speaker in a tiny open back cabinet. It doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
What about
It's
like
it's not
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Silverface Princeton reissue? Aren't those like $800 brand new?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Could you get that for 500 used? Those sound cool.
maybe. I don't know if you can get it for.
I don't know,
500.
man.
Maybe.
That's and I think this is why it's like, why don't you build a rig for $1,000? It's like
Now you're seeing it in real time.
we kind of
well.
did.
Look, I mean, look, I'm saying
It's really difficult to build an
Yeah.
entire rig that you can be really excited about. I
mean,
think
look,
that's
yeah,
the thing.
I could do the
enthusiastic about playing.
Yeah.
look
Yes.
the Boss Katana and that Harley Benton.
Yeah.
I could do that. I could make it work.
Right.
I'm not now knowing what I know and everything. I might not be the most excited about it,
Right.
but I could do it.
Right.
I could save my
But
stuff.
I guess that's the thing. Like
A Flex Tone 2 actually from line 6.
right. But you can't have for $1,000. You kind of got to throw a tube amp out the window.
Correct.
Like, a really
I
good.
agree with that.
A really good tube amp is not part of the equation.
Maybe you could find like an old Blues Junior or Pro Junior that you can maybe get something. But
Yeah.
Princeton's are $800.
yeah.
Told you.
Yeah.
That is nuts, dude.
It's crazy.
Dude, yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like,
Wow.
all of these digital solutions, they really do solve a big problem.
Because not
which
only
is
does
tube
it-
amps they only do one thing
Yeah.
and they're expensive.
And they take the pedal thing off the table because they're already in there.
Right. And
That Katana also, the thing that attracted me to it, I have a foot switch that I can actually get
Right.
my sounds to
So
change
you wouldn't
with.
add any pedals to that. That would be everything.
I would then go like, give me a $700 guitar. I would rather play that with an awesome guitar, and I dial
right.
in my verb delay.
I think-
and I dial in like 3 or 4
I think
sounds.
you may
and
have won.
I'd
I
be
think
like,
you
I'm
won.
done. Like,
Dang.
I think actually of all of us,
Yeah,
that
I
and
think
I
that's
don't
the way
even
to
need
go.
to play it. I
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
rig
I think
sounds
it would
the
be
best.
great. And sure,
Call
it's not,
Jared off. He doesn't
Yeah.
need to come over here.
And what are you going to find in there?
HW wins.
I win. You're gonna find what we all find, which is most of the amp models suck, but you'll find one that's kind of good.
Just stay there.
You'll go, this distortion kind of sucks, but this green one, if I don't turn the volume up all the way, and then you'll go, I kind of like this verb, and that's a delay.
Right.
Yeah, throw a little chorus. Chorus always sounds like chorus.
Yeah.
Right.
And you'd be like, this is
This works.
cool.
It does
and
this
you'd
one
probably
thing.
be like, I just roll the guitar treble down because it's kind of harsh.
Do those record direct? Like, can you go straight into a...
Some of the models do. I'm not sure if the one I found for 250 does. The 50, and they've made newer and older, so there's an older style katana. But the airs definitely go direct.
Even better.
Doesn't the Katana Air and that Yamaha they
Yes.
like compete with each other?
The D,
Oh,
whatever.
yes.
The little desktop.
Yes.
Yes, I
thing.
just saw those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and those are cool. Those
Yeah.
are real cool.
Yeah.